Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in to Thrive Out Loud. Tanula, and as always, it's such a pleasure sitting here sharing a little bit of myself with you. So we're picking up from where we left off. If you haven't watched the first 2 episodes about my breast cancer journey, I'd highly recommend that you do, just so you are up to speed and you know what's what, just so when we are talking about certain things, you're not lost, you don't find yourself confused and whatnot. But if you want to camp around here, that's also great. Please remember the house rules in here. We like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell notifications, tell a friend, tell another friend to bring on some popcorn, because the more the merrier. Again, I'm running out of time because load shedding is like right up here on my heels, but I'm hoping to get through this episode at the very least. So now we are in the year of 2016. Remember, 2016 is the year when I started my internship. It's the year when I had completed my studies, and it's the year where a lot was going on apparently, and this just adds on to the cherry that's already on the cake, right? So this is now 2016. I'm in a brand new area, living all alone, and obviously by now I kind of have experience with self-examination. I know what feels normal, I know what doesn't, and I kind of know all the signs and symptoms. Not all, but I kind of know all the signs and symptoms by this point. So this is now 2016, and at this point there are some lumps that had started forming almost immediately after my previous operation back in 2014. So remember, 2014, 2015, I was in varsity, and almost immediately, I could be wrong, but I felt like while the bandages were still on, obviously I want to feel what's going on, right? So it could have been that I'm maybe feeling the mass of skin that's still healing and it's just hardening first, but I feel like I think I could feel something while the bandages were still on, and that's when I knew like my journey with this thing is not over. And more than anything, my worry was the fact that some tests were coming back as inconclusive, and there's just no time when life is on the line, right? So now, fast forward to 2016, I now have a couple of lumps in both my breasts again, and can I just be normal for 1 second? But obviously, because we know the urgency of everything and we're just not trying to leave anything until it's too late, consulted yet again with my second doctor. Or was it the third? Second doctor. Yeah, by now I consulted with the second doctor, and he's like, you're back again. Then he says, so how about we just leave these ones, because they're not really as big as the previous time, and you seem to be coping quite well. You're not reporting on any pain and stuff like that. Okay, fine, I get you, I partially agree, but my worry is, at what point will we know when it turns into something else? I feel like it's better if we're safe than sorry, because should it become something else and we know that we had an opportunity to take it out or to deal with it when we still had time, I don't know how I would feel. And by 2014, we had buried so many loved ones due to different kinds of cancers, and I couldn't take a chance. So yes, 2016, I had another operation. This I think it happened somewhere around Mayish, June-ish as well, and somewhere around May or June 2016. And remember, now I'm working, so now you have to fill out leave forms. You basically have to tell everyone what's going on, or your boss or your line manager. You have to tell them what's going on, what the story is, and take it from there. And then I remember I went in and had the operation, went well again, and life went on after the operation. And I had touched on basically how the operation goes. Like, you're told not to eat from around 6 p.m. the night before. You're not to eat the morning of your surgery, and the first meal you have after your operation will be total trash, and your body's going to reject it. It's probably going to reject a couple of attempts after that as well, but with time, then your body kind of regains itself, I guess, and then everything goes back to normal, and then business as usual. Then I remember I was home for about a month and returned to work, and life went on, and obviously I had to keep away from gym for a while. And yeah, life went on. And this was the third occurrence, but now it probably sounds like I'm counting bananas because it's been going on. But believe you me, that was not the last occurrence. So this will probably be like the shortest story time. And yeah. So that was my third occurrence. And on the third occurrence, we decided not to run tests anyway because we know we're already going to operate. And it just takes more time if we run tests and we wait for the test results, and then only then do we do, because we already knew the end result was that we wanted to operate and take them out. And so we didn't go the route where we take tests. And I think by then I was a bit more vocal about the importance of checking yourselves out, to at least the people that are around me, the people that I lived with, to my friends. They were familiar with my journey by that point, and we were just trying to kind of put the word out there. Because I remember during my final year at school, I was now chairperson of the student chapter we're part of, and we put together a whole cancer awareness event because I just felt like not enough people knew about this, not enough people were being exposed to information about this. Maybe someone is dealing with it, but they don't know. They just think what they're going through is normal. So we put together a young cancer awareness event. It was really cute and pink. And students would go all out. We baked cute little muffins. We had, it was like pink was the order of the day. We had little ribbons going on. And it was just great vibes, because more than anything, I feel like once you get to the final year of your studies, you kind of start thinking like an adult. You don't just start there, but now you think about leaving a mark. You're thinking about making a difference. You're thinking about making people aware. You're thinking about sharing your experiences just to save a life, because you never know who's dealing with what. So I think that was the purpose of that event. It went extremely well. We had nurses and doctors that visited. We had I think we had campus nurses that visited us there. And it went really well. It was really great, and then leading up to my third operation, I think now my head was screwed on right, and I just knew that if I'm taking my last breath will be taken kind of spreading a message, making people aware, sharing information, sharing experiences, and just sharing stories, real people's stories, just to save a life, just to inspire someone to take action. Because sometimes I feel like we are a bit passive with the information we receive, especially if we feel like it's far-fetched, or it feels unreal, it sounds unreal, or it's from a person we don't know. We assume that just because it's far, it's not real or it's not happening. But look at Ebola, look at COVID, look at how things happen. It starts from far, and then before you know it, like literally in the blink of an eye, it's right here sitting next to you, staring you in the face. So I think that was the purpose of this young series, just to share awareness, man, just to make people aware, to share stories, to share real life stories. Because once I came face to face with this, I think that's only when I started to take it seriously. That's when I started to kind of understand the weight and magnitude of this whole thing. To say, breast cancer won't only catch up with you once you're old, or once you're a woman, or once your breasts are big. And I don't think it chooses based on race or color, or it doesn't. Even men can get breast cancer. That was one of the most shocking facts during my hospital stays, to say even men can get breast cancer. But only when we demystify and take the taboo out of these topics can we learn new things, and can we start taking life as seriously as it's meant. Okay, this was not supposed to be a TED Talk. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Thrive Out Loud. As always, it's such a pleasure sitting here sharing a little bit of myself, one episode at a time. There's one more installment that I'll be adding to my breast cancer journey. I'd highly recommend that you stick around for the next episode, which will be part 4, and most probably the last. I might be wrong, but most probably the last of 4, where I'll be touching on my journey with breast cancer, because yeah, it's real, and I feel like I already said it. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember the house rules: like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell notification, and share with a friend, share with anyone you know. You never know who's dealing with anything. Some people suffer in silence, some people have no idea. Please share it with anyone who you think might benefit from this video. I feel like only in spreading the word are we able to kind of come together and fight some things and fight the battles that we face together. See you next time. Bye.